Welcome to the Tech Society. I'm Kate. Today we are cracking open the books and getting real. If you've ever stared at an IT study guide and felt like you are reading a foreign language, you are not alone. Having already played the CompTIA A plus core exams myself, I know the exact panic of looking at a mountain of technical jargon and wondering how any of it clicks. People think IT is all complex code and high-level engineering, but the secret is to passing your test and surviving your first real-world help desk gig. It's mastering the basics. So today we are going deep. Skipping the dry textbook lectures and spending the next 30 minutes giving you the ultimate plain English roadmap to troubleshooting under pressure. We are covering the physical layer, the legendary six-step method, and essential Windows OS utilities that will show up on your exam. Grab your notepads, open a blank document, and let's get you ready to crush those exams. Before we touch any software, we have to start at the very bottom of the networking stack, the physical layer. When a device fails, your brain instantly wants to jump to the complex theory. You start thinking, is it registry error? Is the driver corrupt? Is it malware? Stop, take a breath. Always check the physical layer first. In the IT world, we refer to the OSI model. Layer 1 is the physical stuff you can actually touch. Before you change a single software setting, or do I recommend? Check these three physical troubleshooting categories. For one, power connectivity. Is it actually plugged in? You would be shocked how many dead computers are just plugged into a switch to the outlet that got turned off, or a loose power strip. Oh, the status light is blinking. Look at the back of the computer. Is there a solid green link light on the Ethernet port? Is the power supply fan spinning? 2. Cable integrity. Look for sharp bends, pinches, or cuts in the wire. Remember the cabling standard for your core exam. T56A versus T56B. You must use the same wiring standard on both ends of an Ethernet cable to create a standard straight-through patch cable. If you put the T56AB on one side and T56AB on the other, you're good. If you mix them up, A on one and B on the other, you create a crossover cable. 3. Dix electronic discharge, ESD, static electricity. It's a silent killer of computer parts. You don't even have to feel the spark to destroy a motherboard. Always ground yourself by touching a metal part of the computer case before touching each other components. Or wear an anti-static wrist strap. Never touch the gold pins or RAM or expensive parts directly. Pro tip: always isolate the variables. Swap out the cable. Try different powers or bypass the switch. Otherwise, you use over yourself 3 hours of software debugging. Cycle 3. The six-step troubleshooting framework. 8 o'clock. Okay, now let's talk about the absolute core of the exam, the six-step troubleshooting methodology. CompTIA loves the framework, and you'll see multiple choice and performance-based questions testing you in the exact order. Try to memorize all 6 steps in order can be a massive pain. To learn smart, instead of just memorizing, use this absolutely everyone they're not that got me straight through my exams. Let's map out this detail exactly which step requires you to do. It's I.e. tomatoes advance daily. I. Identify the problem. Gather information. Ask the user open-ended questions. What were they doing when it broke? Have there been any increased changes? Check the event viewer for error codes. Duplicate the issue if possible. E. Establish a theory of probable cause. Brainstorm. Start with the most obvious. Easiest things first, the physical layer. If the screen is black and is the monitor on, turned off, if you can access the internet, is the Wi-Fi card disabled? T. Test the theory. Prove yourself right or wrong. Try your quick fix. If the theory was loose cable secured it and test connectivity. If test fails, go back to the previous step and make a new theory. I. Implement a plan of action. Fix it for real. If it's a larger fix, write down your plan. Back up the user's data first to prevent data loss, and then apply the resolution. If you don't have the permissions, ask for the ticket to at least level 2 or level 3. V. Verify full functionality. Double check your work. Don't just walk away. Make sure your device works, and more importantly, preventative measures so the issue doesn't happen again. D. Document everything. Write it down. Write a quick note of what the issue was, the cause was, and how you fixed it. The next tech will search the ticketing database. Well, thank you. Like on Google Docs or something. Segment 4. Windows command line. Use till the deep dive. This was my hardest part. Once you've ruled out the physical issues, identify the problems, it's going to boot into Windows or Linux and use the OS toolbar. For the core exams, you need to know your way around the command prompt of Windows. System utilities. Let's break down the heavy hitters. The first one is sfc/scan now. What it is, it's a Windows file system file checker that checks for the missing OS files. It scans and repairs if they get corrupted or if it has a cache copy. Check disk/F/R. It checks if you have a hard drive corruption or bad sectors. The F switches the fixtures on the disk, and the R switches locates the bad sectors and recovers readable information. This one takes much longer. So then we have GP update/force. It's a group policy update. It updates the directory administrator changes to security policy or permissions. it applies to the local machine without waiting for reboot. Task list and task kill. They're meant for when a program crashes, it reboots, it frees up, it forces it through the command line. Essential Windows GUI utilities. That's the Windows logs, the device manager configuration, and registry. Registry edit saves all the Windows hierarchical settings. The msconfig is the boot parameters. Device manager is where all the hardware is. And the event viewer is where if something crashed. Okay, the biggest takeaway of the CompTIA A process is memorizing acronyms, learning how to think logically. When a system breaks, don't panic and start thinking. Let's go back to the basics. Check this connection to 6-step method. Utilize your Windows 2 and eliminate one variable at a time. Before we head out, this is my favorite portion of the study tip that saved me during my prep. Always type out your notes and create a concept map in Google Docs. Seriously, maps on Google Docs is our game changer. When you simply map out how things look like ports of protocols. Like HTTP is port 443. That's the one I remember. Like port protocols are typically not seen in Linux like iTunes or Venice Daily. Your brain actually builds those cognitive pathways, but plus you can accept your access your document anywhere. Anytime on your phone, if you have it, try drawing maps on that one's Google Docs. Start doing it today. Got this. You're going to get certified together. If you're a company student, let me know in the comments if you have any cool tips of your own, or tell me what topic is giving you the most trouble right now. Let's help each other out, swap some study tips. If you enjoy this breakdown, let's share this as a try button. Share this video, leave us a clean 5-star review to boost our screen noise ratio. But then keep your chassis screwed, organized, keep thumbprints fresh, your urban cable secure, and as always, keep finding the right to truly under tech. I'm Kate, shutting the lid on this one. See you next time right here on the Tech Society.